Downpatrick, County Down, better known as the resting place of Ireland's patron saint. Each year thousands flock to this small town to celebrate St Patrick's Day. Another attraction bringing the crowds to Downpatrick this summer was the chance to take in some opera. This art form, appreciated worldwide, has been part of summer in Downpatrick for 8 years, thanks to Opera Fringe Festival. But what is opera really like? Why has it remained steadily popular for over 3 centuries? In an age when the average musical sensation lasts just a few years, I want to find out if opera can still appeal to people of the 21st century. In the 18th century, opera was a form of entertainment for everyone, from commoners to royalty. However, since then, it has gained a reputation for being elitist, exclusive and snobby. But that opinion tends to come from what people have been told about opera, and not what they've experienced themselves.
I suppose that opera has this sort of snob value, people paying large sums of money to go along and really just going along for the being there, being seen. I mean, it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be music for all.
One of the main attractions to the opera scene is its beautiful and elegant singing. With voices ranging from soprano to bass, the performance by the name Laudet Pueri Dixit Dominus shows why opera soloists are at the top of their game. Opera is known for its fiery and passionate music. However, it can often be the plot of each opera that catches an audience's imagination. With stories full of love, anger, death, deception and humour, an opera can draw its audiences into the action, in the same way a film or play would.
I don't want to give away the plot, but basically, I mean, it's taken from Greek mythology anyway. The stories of Acis and Galatea, who are 2 lovers. Galatea is a nymph, which is a kind of semi-goddess type of thing, and Acis then is a shepherd. And my character, Polyphemus, wants Galatea for himself. He's quite jealous of the love that Galatea and Acis share together, and he tries to, attempts to kind of, I suppose, wreck and ruin their relationship, and it results in all sorts of goings on and whatnot. Like so, but basically, that's the general gist of what goes on. I won't give away the end or anything like that.
Each opera has a host of memorable characters. The funny one, who cracks all the jokes, the Lothario, who always knows what to say, and the beautiful leading lady, who knows exactly how to get her way. And it's no different for the characters in Il Campanello.
Well, I play Serafina. She's a fabulous, feisty girl who is marrying a pharmacist, and but she kind of has a lover on the side, Enrico, who happens to be her cousin. So this is what goes on. He comes back. It's kind of the wedding reception party, and you can see there's some pretty funny bits in it, and it's a tale sort of trust, some issues of how faithful Serafina is, with a bit of a twist and a laugh.
When a director is preparing for an opera performance, they want to draw the audience into the story as much as possible. Often, full-scale sets are constructed to help frame the action on stage. Riders to the Sea is a perfect example of how staging and lighting can add atmosphere to an already emotionally charged tale.
That's probably what most of the people don't know, that making or staging an opera is something really that requires time, of course skills, but mainly time, because especially for the stage, it's not just a decision of where to go, where to move, but you have to study each situation, each second of the staging, and then the singers, need time to digest it and to make it natural, to make it appear natural, of course. And then all the work you have to do with the lighting and with the sets. So people simply pay their own ticket and they sit, and of course it's their own right not to care too much about what we are doing, but they must realize that if opera now costs so much, is because there is a lot of work going behind and in front of the set.
Where is the bit in Europe, Kathleen? Was bought in Connemara?
Give it to him, Nora. It's on a nail by the whiteboards. Is that it, Barty?
From grand settings to intimate locations, Opera Fringe cater for everyone. Whether it be a fully orchestrated opera at Down Cathedral, or soup operas in small local restaurants, Opera Fringe gives its audience and performers a chance to experience opera in a more relaxed and informal way.
In Italy, this situation is impossible, and it is really a pleasure to sing with in a situation, in an easier way. Informal. It's lovely.
Senza perdere un momento conduciata al podestà, senza perdere
Earlier in the programme, I showed examples of what it takes to put an opera together, the simple characteristics that are necessary for the creation of an opera. The more traditional operas are written by legends such as Handel, Mozart and Beethoven. Although at this year's festival, the audience had a chance to experience an Irish written piece of work, Riders to the Sea by Vaughan Williams.
It's about a family in which living in an island, possibly Iron Island, where all the men have died on the sea because they have to ride the sea, of course, to get their jobs and the money to live. And Moria, who's the mother, remains only with 2 daughters and the last of 6 sons, who has to go over the sea, and she tries to stop him, but he has to go because the sea is calling. And I think I'm not spoiling the finale, saying that he will die, and Moria and the other 2 women will remain alone. And in this world, the fact that the men are disappearing means that also this kind of word is disappearing, and with them. So it's something about family, about power, and about loneliness. And it's absolutely strong in the words by singing and in the music.
Comedy isn't something you might expect when opera is mentioned. Il Campanello is nothing serious or complex to offer its audiences. It's just about a man trying to enjoy his wedding night despite the constant stream of interruptions.
And it's about a chemist, a pharmacist, who gets in love and eventually marries Serafina, who had a previous boyfriend, Enrico, who tries to spoil his first wedding night, disguising him as customers and interrupting his first night with Serafina.
After watching a comical opera, a piece involving tragedy, usually surrounding death, isn't an obvious choice, but it is both musically and emotionally satisfying. The ends of both Riders to the Sea and Acis and Galatea are occupied by death, and how those left behind deal with these losses.
My character is the simple shepherd, Acis, and he is a really lucky guy because he's in love with a goddess, Galatea, and luckily enough for him, she's in love with him. So basically, from the beginning, like I'm coming in, I'm looking for her, and then I find her, and we're blissfully happy. And then Polyphemus comes along and complicates the whole scenario.
Acting is all about showing the right emotion at the right time. In the world of film, love and sex can be seen within all genres. And despite some operas being written almost 300 years ago, they are not exempt from this. Love is often presented as a cause of jealousy or source of sorrow, but the love for another will always prevail.
Quel casinetto mio, soli saremo, e la gioiello mio, ci sposeremo. La ci darò la mano, la mi dirai di sì, vedi non è lontano, partiamo è mio da qui.
Vorrei e non vorrei, mi trema un poco il cor, felice del sarei, ma può burlarmi ancor, può burlarmi ancor.
Vieni mio bel diletto,
Mi fa pietà, masetto,
io cangerò tua sorte.
presto non son più forte, non son più forte, non son più forte.
Vieni, vieni, la ci darem la mano.
Vorrei e non vorrei,
La mi dirai di sì,
mi trema un poco il cor.
partiamo è mio da qui.
Può burlarmi ancor.
Vieni mio bel diletto, io cangerò tua sorte. Andiam, andiam. Andiam, andiam, mio bene, andiam. Le pene ristorar, ogni innocente amor.
At the start of the programme, I spoke about how people are often content to accept a cliched view of opera without actually experiencing it for themselves. Is this form of art appealing enough for people of the 21st century? With the same ingredients as film and television programmes, why not? I have found, and hopefully shown, that it can be easily as entertaining as the latest multiplex release or tea time soap. After watching what you've just seen, what do you think? Yes, the majority of the crowds at this year's festival were of an older generation, but that's for you to change. Experience an opera just once in person, and I guarantee you'll think differently, because opera is on the edge. All you have to do is take that leap of faith.
Ciascun chiamandomi, quindi la notte, papà, papà, io voglio pillole, papà, papà, e Dio parlando,
I definitely think, like, now that we're kind of, this generation's kind of like, opera's cool.
Well, it's important in everything to get youth in, or else the youth are what's going to guarantee a future in something. So, you know, well, staying the obvious there, like.
I think we're trying through the Opera Fringe, the events that we put on, yes, trying to bring it to a wider audience, and especially to young people, because they are the next generation.
I just say just give it a go. what is it, a couple of hours of your life. You know, if you hate it, you never have to go again. You might love it. Just give it a try.